What's up, guys? Welcome back to the next video in learning mathematics. My name is QT Yazdani and you guys watching my channel Quran. Okay, so before we continue with our subjects such as predicates and quantifiers, I'm going to introduce you guys with the variables and functions. So in this video we're going to see what is variables and functions, and the next video we're going to see the predicates and quantifiers. Okay, so before we understand the predicates and quantifiers, we're gonna see what is the variables and functions in mathematics. Okay, a variable is an alphabet or placeholder or term that represents an unknown number or unknown value or unknown quantity. So we can say that the variable is an alphabet, just like A, B, C, X, Y, Z, or placeholders. So just like a placeholder, if you guys just want to fill some places, our term that represents an unknown number or unknown value. So unknown number means we can write it like A, B, C or X, Y, Z because it's unknown. Our unknown quantity because we don't know the quantity yet. A variable is a symbol for value we don't know yet. So we can think of a variable if you have a money, if you hold a value or something, but we don't know the value or anything yet. So example, that's you can have a look at here. It says we have a 5x, we have a minus, and we have a 7 equal to 10. So now you guys tell me which one of them is variable, which one is operator, and which one is constant. Okay, so now we're gonna come here and we're gonna define here. See, if you see here, the first one is where it says 5. This guy here is a coefficient. We call this a coefficient. And as we said that the variable is an alphabet or a placeholder or term that represents an unknown number. Now you guys tell me which one of them is alphabet, like A, B, C, X, Y, Z. So we can see as clearly that X is a variable. Alright, so now we're gonna see which one is operator. If you can see there is a minus and this minus operator. And keep in mind this left hand side is operands and the right hand side is operands as well. So now we're looking here which one is a constant. We're looking for the constants is number 7 and number 10 is constant. So we're gonna repeat again. The number 5 here, the first one is we call in mathematics, this is a coefficient. And the second number is like you guys can put a ABC. It doesn't matter because the variable is alphabet or placeholders. So you can see this is a placeholder, and now this is a you can put a 5z. Doesn't matter, but normally in mathematics we use x to say that this is a variable, to indicate that this is a variable. And look at here, this guy is operator. So operator is a minus, and it's plus, and it's division. You guys looking here, so they're all operators. So operator or operators, you guys can see the operators. So it's a plus, minus, and then there's a multiplication. But because multiplication is something looks like x, then we can put it either in parentheses or put it next to each other. So in algebra, 5x is if you put a 5 and if you put an x beside it, it means 5 multiply x. That's why, because the 5x looks like multiplication, that's why we don't put anything. So if you put a number inside the parentheses, so this parenthesis means it's multiplication. When you guys say off means in algebra it means it's you guys want to multiply. So you don't have to put it minus. You can put a plus here, you can put a division here, you can put any other operator. You don't have to put a say minus. Okay, so number 7 equal to number 10, and this both sides we call this constant. So the first one here, the 5, is you can put any number doesn't have to be 5. You can put a 3, you can put a 2, you can put a 10, you can put 100. And then the next one's the guy with this sits next to the alphabet. It means the first one is going to be coefficient. If it's alone, it's a constant. So if you have say 7, say plus, and you have a 10 x, so the 7 here is a constant. This guy here is a constant, and this one here 10, this guy here is a coefficient, and x is going to be the variable. So you can put it any other way, and the constant means it's a number that sits by itself, and here is a number that sits by itself. There is no variable, but if you guys put a variable, then it becomes a coefficient. Okay, so I'm gonna put it here again. You guys look at here, that's a coefficient. This guy here is a variable, this guy here is operator, and this guy, the number 7, is a constant, and if you look in the number 10 is also constant. So that's this is a variable in mathematics. And now we're going to go towards the function, what functions is. Now we're going to see what function is. A function is like a machine. We give it an input and it gives us output, and input and output has a relationship. So now we have an example of function name, and we read it as f of x equals, then we have equals x squared. So that's x squared. Okay, so now our function, keep in mind the function's gonna have an input and our functions has an output. So this is this guy here. Alright, so the first one is if you're gonna come here and look, where is the input? This guy here, x, is the input. And what is this f? F is the function name. You can put a function name, or I could put a fun name. Okay, so where is the output? And if you look in here, this x squared is output. So that's how we're gonna read that f of x equals, then this is equals. So we put a f of x equals x squared. So that's how we're gonna read this one, x squared. Okay, what is function? Function is like, you don't have to put the f here. You can put any other. You can put a Yazdani, or you can put a Korayo. You can put a Wood. You can put a, say, w of x. You can put a w of x, or you can put a g of x. You can put anything, but normally you guys see that the f, it means that stands for function, or g. Sometimes you guys, if you have another function, you guys name it g. But you guys rarely see any other things, because f and g are normally used in mathematics to denote that this is a function. So you can put in a function in different ways. You can say have a machine. So if I have a giant machine, and this machine is just like a function, and you guys gonna see there is a rows of say cans here. There are cans of refreshments. They have a Coca-Cola, they have a Pepsi Max, they have a Pepsi, and they have a Fanta, and they have a lot of things. And if you guys look in here, there is a big giant hole here, and on the side they have where you guys put a coin. So this is where you guys put a coin. Okay, so this is where you guys put a coin, and your coin is say you guys put a f, and your coin is x. We don't know what sort of coins you guys put, because it's unknown, because you guys can put a maybe $5 or maybe $2, maybe you guys putting $2, or maybe you guys putting $5. But whatever money you guys gonna put, because this x, and this machine, which is a function, have a lot of function and gives you guys output, and this is gonna be the output of x squared. So this is just x squared. You don't have to see this as x squared. You can have anything else here as a output. So in our case, because we have thrown our x money, and here we have a nice refreshment. Is you guys think of this one as Coca-Cola, or you guys think of this refreshment, or you guys think whatever. So now here you guys gonna come here and put your coin, and it's gonna be, your coin is gonna be x, which is this guy here. And this whole machine here, the giant machine, which we call it snacks machine, or you guys call it Coke machine, or you guys call it whatever, and it has a lot of varieties here, all sorts of soft drink here. And if you look in here, there is lots of soft drink, and it has a shiny glass here, and on beside it, if you guys notice, there is a coin place where you guys put a coin, and underneath is going to give you guys output. Every functions have an output. Every functions is like a machine. You can put it near the machine that does a process, that's going to do some process, and it's going to have some functions, whether it's going to be a Coke machine or it's going to be another machine, and we give it an input. In our case, we're going to put a coin, and our coin is going to be X. So this guy X is a coin. So put a $2 coin, so it's going to be $2. So our $5, whatever. So you guys can have say $5 here. So I'm going to put a 5. So I've got a $5, and this $5 is going to be as input. I'm going to put in my $5 inside this machine, and this machine is going to give me output, which in the form of say can of Coke or refreshment, or you guys don't have to be Coca-Cola or Pepsi. It can be any other things, but this entire box here is a function. It is because it performs a function. And what is the function? Because the function here accepts some input and gives me output. So anything that accepts input and gives you output is a function. And sometimes we denote that as G, sometimes we denote that as F. And that's how you guys going to see that. It's not a very scary thing. It's very easy. Now the functions, we're going to see broader functions cover input, and there is a relationship, and there is output. So there is three things. The first one is going to be the input, which is this guy here, and there is going to be input, and it's going to be plus, it's going to be relationship, which I'm going to put it as R relationship, and it's going to be then equal to the output. So you're going to put output, because this input output, they all input and output has a relationship. Okay, so what sort of input? Now you guys looking here that we have discussed here the input and output relationship. For example, so I'm going to clear this screen, this area here. If you guys want two Coke, or if you guys needs to put a different dollar, so you don't have to put a 2. So if you want to say, for example, if you guys want to say 1 Coke, you guys needs to put a $2 if you guys want 1. But what about if you guys very thirsty, and if you guys want say for example 7 for your mice as well? So if you guys have a 2 and 7, you guys gonna put a $10 for example, or you guys gonna put a 2 plus 7, it's gonna be $7, and you guys gonna put your entire money, and then you guys gonna put a 2 and 7. If you guys wanna say, for example, if 1 Coke is $2 for example, then if you guys looking for 7, then you guys need to put another 7. So here, if you're gonna come here and put a 7 multiply 2, and in the machine needs a $14. So now you guys, because this is X, this guy is X here, because we don't know the currency. If you guys 1 Coke, it means you guys need a $2. If you guys need a 2 Coke, it means you guys need a $4. But if you guys need 7, then you guys need to put if every can of Coke costs you guys $2, then how many you guys needs? It's a very common sense. You guys need $14. So you guys need $14, and this $14 is input, and you guys gonna put it. That's what we can put inside the machine is X. Now you guys know that if you guys need 1 Coke, you guys needs $2. But if you can't put it here, the X of 2, because you guys need different amount of money. So if you guys need, so if you have a friend, is a Joe, comes in to you and says that, look, Mike, can you buy Coke and I'll fix you up later on? Then you guys are going to say, okay, then I'll need a $4. So in that case, you can't put a 2 here, because you need to put an X, because you don't know at the moment. But when you put it $2, then another might come in and says, can I get a drink? Can you buy me a drink? They say, all right. So if you're three mice, and every Coke costs you say $2, then you need a $6. That's why we put an X here. All right, so we're gonna clear these ones. I'm gonna clear all the money here. I'm gonna have still my machine here. So I'm gonna clear here. All right, so now we're gonna come here and we're gonna say x squared is also function, okay. What about x cubed plus 2? So we put x cubed plus say 5, for example, is also function. So this is f. Keep in mind this is f. And there are different type of functions. So as I said to you guys, sine, cosine, and tangents also functions in we use it in trigonometry. So keep in mind that this x is unknown and is a placeholder, as we said, and on top, and variable is alphabet and placeholder. And look at this one, x is also a placeholder, so keep in mind. So I'll remove this guys here. So this x is a placeholder. So how about if you guys gonna come here and if you put it, I'll put it here so you guys know the relationship. If you guys gonna come here and put a f of x, and you put it for example, go there and say put a 5 and minus, then you guys gonna put a x, then you guys can put a x squared or x cubed, for example. You guys gonna put an x, and I tell you this is also function, and this is a placeholder, and there is a here there is a constant here, there is a variables here, there is square here. So this is another type of function. All right, so I'll show you guys another way. If you guys look in here, as I said to you guys before, would you guys can put a would of, say, you guys can put a theta, and you guys can put a 1 minus theta is equal to, you guys gonna put a 2 plus, you guys can put a theta, and you guys gonna put a minus theta square, and this is also function. Just keep in mind. Okay, so how about if you guys see sometime if you guys go here and says there is you guys gonna put a, for example, you guys gonna put a x, and you guys gonna put a some sort of another variable, our is equals to z, our x is equal to x, you guys gonna see cube, and I'm telling you this is also function. There is no name for this one, it's just variable. You guys can see that is still input of x. You guys can look at this one, you guys can see y, you guys can put a x square, and I'm telling you this function doesn't have a name, but it also have a function because there is an input y and there is a relationship of squaring, and there is output of y, for example, or in this case there is a x. So there is this guy, look in here, it has this guy here. If I put it here for you, so if I put a, for example, if I put a z, for example, and I put a x squared, for example, x squared like this, and if you guys look in here, there is a relationship here, there is output here, and but I don't have a, say, fx missing, but I have a z. So this is also function because there is an input here, there is a input here, there is a relationship, and there is a output which is squaring. So in simple term, a function relates input to an output. So a function relates input to an output. Keep in mind, I'm gonna put I to, so you guys can see this is output. So the simple definition of the function relates the input to an output. The reason we have done a variable in function, because the next video we're going to see the predicates and quantifier, and with the predicate and quantifier you guys need to understand the variable, and you guys need to understand the function. That's what I came here and I show you guys the variable, how you guys going to interpret the variable, and how you guys, what is the function, how you going to see the function. And keep in mind, we're gonna repeat again that when you guys gonna have C variable, the first one is gonna be the coefficient, and this is gonna be a variable. Then this is gonna be plus, minus, multiplication, any other operator is gonna be operator. And when you see number by itself, there is no variable at the front or back, whatever, that's a constant. And when it comes to function, you guys are going to see f or z or g, whatever you guys are going to see, and you guys are going to see the placeholder, and this is called placeholder or input, as we show you guys. Put in the coin machine, and whatever amount you guys needs to put it here, because your coin is either placeholder or you guys of placeholder of unknown value. You guys might need a $2 or $10, whatever, and this function is going to give you output in the form of can, if you guys look in here. But if you guys need one, you guys need to put a $2, or if you guys need it for your mates and for your buddies and for your other friends of all your classroom. So you guys, whatever you guys need, 5 multiply 6 or 7 or 8, whatever you guys needs, or you guys, whatever you guys needs to multiply by the amount of the can. If it's $2, in case of $2, you guys needs to multiply by 2, or in case of $3, you can multiply by 3. Whatever amount you guys need, it gives you output. So it gives you the number of cans. Maybe if you need 1, it gives you 1. If you need 4, it gives you 4 can. So 4 cans is your output. And this function have a relationship. It relates the input to output. So, and there is some instances you guys see the function by itself, but it's also input, and it relates to the output because there is x squared here. Alright, that's it for this video. If you have any question or comment, leave in the comment box. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.